Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain987, and I'm back this time with my review of the Marvel Universe X-Men First Class comic pack. Now get a good look at them here in packaging. Of course, this is Cyclops and Marvel Girl in their G1 outfits. Very nice looking figures. They had two of these quote-unquote First Class comic packs. Of course, you've got this one, and they had a Wolverine versus Sabretooth, which I did find both of these at Toys R Us, but I didn't really want the Wolverine Sabretooth. I did think these two were pretty cool, though. Strangely enough, I had no idea whatsoever these guys were coming out. I thought the next two packs were going to be Silver Samurai and Wolverine and Deadpool and Taskmaster, which I've been searching for. I know they're online, but at a steep price. So it was a pleasant little surprise to find these. Of course, they come with a reprint of one of the recent X-Men First Class books. And that being said, let's open these bad boys up. And here we have both Cyclops and Marvel Girl out of packaging. Now we'll be having a look at Cyclops first, of course. Now, at first I thought it was really cool how they left these two fingers posed like he's activating his visor. But I know the other Cyclops figures they've released have done this. I personally haven't looked at them, haven't got any myself, with the exception of the new Jim Lee Cyclops, which I have yet to review. But I know there was like one with a Hulk in a 2-pack and one with a Phoenix in a 2-pack, so I've got to imagine that somewhere along the line this guy is pretty much a repaint. And he's not really touching the side of his visor like he should be. We'll zoom in on that. He's pretty much poking the side of his head, which isn't really going to do anything. Now you can kind of try and bend his arm or adjust this, and you can get close, but it always seems like it's just off touching the side of his visor. So, I mean, it's a neat little thing they tried, but really hard to get it in the right position. Other than that, the paint apps on this guy are actually pretty decent. I can't find any major error. Now, I did see some in the packaging where like there were some paint smudges around where his visor meets his flesh tone paint. And there's a little scuff right here on the back. But other than that, no real paint apps that have gone wrong. As far as articulation, he does a full 360 at the head, up and down. Shoulders are on a ball joint, do a full 360, spin. Bend at the elbow, spin at the glove. Same for both arms, and the wrist both spin. Excuse me, I missed that. Some pretty nice abdomen movement, back and forth and left and right. And the legs also have a pretty decent range of movement, forward, back, out, double joint at the knee, bend and spin at the ankle. So, Cyclops is a pretty solid figure. I would actually like him a lot more if this gimmick just worked a little bit better, which, I mean, from a distance, you'll never be able to tell he's not poking the side of his visor, so I guess no harm, no foul on that one, but still, I know, and that's going to drive me crazy. That being said, moving on to Marvel Girl, who is right over here. She'll stand. She's a little bit back-heavy because of her hair, of all things. Standing straight up. And she's still kind of a slouch, but it'll do. There's some decent detail, although I did see a couple of major paint errors on the face, because there's a lot of these on the shelf at Toys R Us. So definitely check yours, especially around the mask, for ink runs or anything like that. Other than that, besides the face, there's no real major paint errors. There seems to be two different shades of yellow on her glove here by mistake. As far as her articulation, her head is pretty much frozen in place by the way they've sculpted her hair. Other than that, her arms have a very free range of movement, are on a ball joint. Bend at the elbow. Also, they spin at the wrist. Same deal, looks like on the hands with the two shades of paints on either hand. The abdomen movement is nice. Spins at the waist. Legs, a little stiff, but go forward, back, out. Double joint at the knee, spin and bend at the ankle. So pretty much the same amount of articulation as Cyclops. I don't think Cyclops had the waist joint. Nope, no waist joint. So this 2-pack at Toys R Us, I got it for $15, but it rang up for $17.99. So that's a little bit too much to pay for these guys, I think. Not to mention the fact that I think it's going to be a while before they get around to releasing us a first-class Beast, a first-class Angel, and a first-class Iceman. So, pretty much the incomplete first team. And she has some issues with standing. Probably going to put her on a base. But other than that, they're both solid figures. There's nothing really horribly wrong about both of them. Definitely check your paint apps in the packaging, though. And other than that, the only real gripe I had is that Cyclops' fingers don't match up with his visor perfectly, which is a really nitpicky thing, I admit. But, yeah, $17.99 at Toys R Us, that's a little bit much, but they're definitely solid figures, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.